What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay. We are here with week 11 of the APA. We are finally nearing the end of APA. It has been a very long, like 12 weeks. It's very long when all the other leagues I've been doing like 9 to 10 or 8 and stuff like that. So it's a very long one. I underestimate how long it was. We're going against Shuckle King and his OK Rilla Boomers. Make sure to go check him out because he is a very, very wise battler and very heavily acclaimed, I should say, battler. So make sure to go check him out as well as the other APA coaches down below, because you know you might learn something. Shuckle is a very, very, very good battler. So we're gonna get into this one. I know at 6 we switched 6 beforehand, and then we had a little bit of DC troubles and whatnot. So hopefully none of that. Knock on wood. And like beforehand, you know how like I did the pregame pee, and I've been drinking water while I've been doing the DC stuff, and now I kind of have to pee again, but I didn't want to like just make the whole process longer. So right here, I could lead. I think I just feel comfortable leading. Like he has no real switcher for it. If Dredagon comes, I can sub on it on the potential like rocks or the sucker punch or whatever. So that's cool, and then I can thunder cage it, and then I can just volt switch out, which would also be cool. No Nidoqueen is kind of crazy because Nidoqueen was putting in work in mocks against me, and it just gave me a really tough time. So I'm interested in to see, but I guess because Kiram also put in a good amount of work against his squad as well. So we're just gonna do that. Things that I could see him leading Dredagon for sure, or I could see him leading Rillaboom to pressure Lucky out, which would make a lot of sense. Or even Klefki. If it's Klefki or Dredagon, Regieleki is fine, barring like I should say like a toxic, prankster toxic from Klefki. Or if he just earthquakes right away with Dredagon. It could be like a scale shot set, but normally when I see Dredagon, I see like rocks and like annoying like Dragon Tail stuff like that, bulkier set. But it could be offensive because Shift Force Dredagon does hurt, even though it is slow, but it very much could hurt. So we're gonna hopefully have a quick battle, and I'll forget about the pee that I have to take because hopefully I'll just focus in and the urge to pee will go away, and then it'll reoccur after the battle's over. So good luck, have fun to the man SK. So we're gonna see the Black String of Death. That's gonna pass very quickly. We see Zapdos, which is also pretty much a very good lead, honestly. And I'm good, I swear, because you know if the ground type's not there, Regieleki is good. So maybe Regieleki could be good. I think what I could do here, I could just opt to Volt Switch. Or I can even opt to, yeah, I just opt to Volt Switch, and I can go out into Glow King and fire off a Future Sight, or even just a, because we are eject button, so if he does go for U-turn or Volt Switch, it will cancel out, which is kind of cool, and then we can get some more damage off or fire off a Future Sight. Because I assume you'd go in maybe Klefki. If he goes Klefki, then that's cool. If he stays in, that's still cool. So he's just gonna hard withdraw, which is nice. Rillaboom does come out. That's perfectly fine by me, and we could get a nice little Volt Switch up out. So that's very cool. That took a while. It kind of scared me. So we're gonna Volt Switch here. There's a little bit of a chunk. There's a little bit. And then we can go right out into Excelgor, which is cool. I kind of want to fire off a Toxic, but it does allow Klefki in. So I think I'll just get up a Spike to be annoying to him. And if he does have his own spikes, then he'll have to like either keep both of our spikes up, or he'll defog them away with Zapdos or Klefki, or even Lottie, because those are his 3 ways of removal. He brought a lot of them. So we're gonna see what he's gonna do here. We could easily just Bug Buzz. Does hard withdraw, cool. So we can easily just go ahead, and we do see the Zapdos, so I could Toxic. Darn. Bring up a Spike, which is very helpful. If he does opt to defog here, we can get off a fat little, not even a Sludge Bomb. I think we're just better off going for a Future Sight to kind of pressure his switch-ins and whatnot. If he does U-turn, we'll get swapped out, and we can go right back into a Lucky, and then Volt Switch some more. So it's pretty good to shut down the momentum a little bit. It's interesting because like against these 6, I think like Glow King would, like a Sword Power Glow King would have been cool, but I was afraid of taunt and stuff. So we do see Discharge. So that does some damage. We does get the paralysis, which is unfortunate. We're gonna eject button out, which is cool. And then we're gonna go right out into Aleki. Get some pressure. And then now we can just Thunder Cage here freely. So I will just Thunder Cage because we'll get more chip on Rillaboom, which is very nice. Does optimal draw, fine. So we're gonna Thunder Cage right here, get some more chip. Do take spikes as well, which is very nice. We do land it and we get to see this fire animation. Look at that animation, that's fire. That's pretty fire. So it's trapped. Of course he could U-turn. Very nice. Look at that chip. Very nice, very nice. But we're just gonna opt to go ahead and go on the spreadsheet anyways, because whatchamacallit, what's that move called? Grassy Glide is very scary. But Rillaboom getting chipped is very nice. I suppose I could have just kept Volt Switching and doing the same thing. And getting up more layers of spikes or getting up a Toxic, which would have been cool. We go on the spreadsheet, he could he can't double, obviously. He could U-turn for sure. We see U-turn, yep. Is this banded damage? Does not look like it to be banded. Could be Scarf potentially. Didn't see Life Orb either, so don't know what it is. But very nice that things are getting chipped. He could go Klefki here. If it is screens, that would be very annoying. I assume he brought like Magnet Rise Klefki. Just to counteract Kyurem. Because he didn't really have the best of Kyurem switches. So Zapdos does come out. We're gonna get some recovery back, which is nice. So Grass is gonna disappear. Don't really want to stay in per se. Even though Toxic would be nice, we could read a. Nah, it's just not worth. I just go. We could read a U-turn, which would be cool. But we'll see what he does. We'll just scout. Maybe I probably should have scouted for U-turn, but I don't know. Seems very offensive. Like the discharge did quite a bit. Did quite a bit. Did you see Hurricane? Does miss, which is in our favor, which is cool. So I will fire off a Future Sight here. It could be like Specs Zapdos because he didn't expect me to bring rocks, maybe, which is fair. Then we'll draw, which is cool. See this thing come out. Do we see Boots? We're paralyzed. I think we do see Boots for sure. Sucks that we got parried. I think what I can do, I can go hard Zarude. He could teleport. It could be also Scarf Zapdos, actually, now that I think about it. It could Scald me. But I assume we'd see like a Psychic Attack or teleport maybe. So we'll see what he wants to do here. We do see the teleport, okay. Fair. Very fair, very fair. But dang, sucks that we got parried. I mean, it doesn't suck because our speed is already slow. So Dredagon comes out. We're gonna see a Spike, some Spike chip. Very nice. No lefties, so it could be Rocky Helmet potentially. Switch-ins gotta be you. Yeah, gotta be you. Pretty good. So Suicune actually can do a good job walling like Dredagon, Slowking, and Klefki. So that's cool. Do we see rocks or do we see an attack? Do we see Toxic? What do we see? Toxic. We do see Toxic. He does land it. As he should. I think I'm gonna fire off my own Toxic as well. I wish I was rest. I debated about being like sub and stuff, and I just left it for like time's sake. But like after I genned it, I was very much debating. I was like, yeah, sleep talk rest could have been nice here. So we will just Toxic. If he goes into Keys, he goes into Keys. Does withdraw. Who do you got into Keys? Goes into Slowking, so I'll take that. We do see the boots on the Slowking, but Toxic will be nice. Toxic, you do land. Beautiful. So both of our fat water types are poisoned, which are kind of bad for both of us, but more so bad for me because mine doesn't have Regenerator. So, and it doesn't have Rest, so that also sucks. We probably see a teleport if I had to guess. I would sub for sure if I didn't have to worry about toxic damage, but it's not worth it. What puts me in the best position here? staying in wouldn't be too bad. There's nothing really much I could do, unfortunately. Like, Zarude is cool. Psychic move probably would be income. I think I just go you. We could. But that just allows them the Dreadagon on the teleport is the annoying thing. So I think I'm just gonna Scald one time and see what he was gonna do. I feel like we see a teleport for sure. Just to have some positioning somewhat, because I assume we see teleport. Yeah, we do see teleport. It does give the Rillaboom, so maybe wasn't the best thing to do, but either way, just it's in a way he can position himself. So now he has the momentum for sure. Does go Zapdos, which is also fair. I'm gonna get some leftovers back. I mean, we gotta go G King. If he hits a Hurricane, then that's big oofies. Can our Lucky... How good can our Lucky take a Zapdos Hurricane? Not that well. Doesn't want to take it at all. So we'll just go out into CB. Because we can take it somewhat. Relatively well. Depending on what this thing is. We do see a Hurricane. He does land. There's a 2-hit KO if I've ever seen it. And he does it to Confusion, which is also very unfortunate. So it's like specs for sure. Is there anything that I can do in this position? I could opt to sack Suicune, but then it does get hard to switch in and out as my Discord acts up. We're just gonna put that back on. Cool. I could hope for a miss, I suppose, and then Sludge Bomb. Kind of in a tough spot. Hurricane does miss, which is cool. Can we break through Para and Confusion? We do. Nice. So Sludge Bomb on this is just cool. There's a nice chunk of damage. I suppose we could take a hit with a Lecky. And then we could go Boom. Because going Boom would be kind of cool. On the Rillaboom, but is that worth? I don't know. We see a Hurricane. He does land it. Let's do a butt ton. So our Lucky do Zapdos. Thunder Cage could take it out, so I think we just... Actually, we could just opt to Volt Switch. Yeah, okay, cool. So we Volt Switch out. We will Volt Switch. Very nice. And then we can go out into our Zarude. I don't think you go Zapdos because you'll lose it. Darkest Lariat would do a good chunk to the Dreadagon. He doesn't know if I'm Scarfed or not, though. Would he drop a Draco on me? This is a question. I'm just gonna opt to Darkest Lariat here. Because either way, if it's a defensive Dreadagon, he doesn't draw. So I could have made the swap into Kyurem, because I assume that's what we're going to see. The Dreadagon, yep. He'll take Spikes, and then he'll take a Darkest Lariat to the face. He's probably going to find out we're banded, potentially. Actually, he won't. He won't. So we're going to take probably Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, which is going to suck, but it does do a chunk. Yep, Rough Skin. Do we see the Rocky Helmet as well? We do see the Rocky Helmet as well. Good to know. So we will just Darkest Lariat. He might know that's banded damage. He might not. Alright, so we're gonna kill the Dreadagon, which is cool. So Dreadagon goes down. Very nice, very nice. Gonna see Rough Skin and more Rocky Helmet chip us severely. So that's cool. That's cool, that's cool. So, what can we do? I assume we see the Klefki. Probably. Could go Zapdos. At this point, I would just click Darkest Lariat because I'm pretty sure we kill it because it's like specs. 100% specs. Zarude to a what? Oh, Zapdos. Clefty does come out. Alright. This thing comes out. We could see screens, which would be very annoying. Hurt by the spikes, which is cool. We could withdraw here and go out into CB because it can't really touch us. Can't really do much. We'll see what he wants to do here. See a Calm Mind. That is scary. That's actually very scary. Yikes. Set up keys. You see lefties. No lefties. Is it weakness policy? Is it weakness policy? Could be weakness policy, and in that case we could just lose. Dang. That's tough. That is very tough. In that position, are we better off just going? If I was Calm Mind right here, that'd be really cool. I'm just gonna Future Sight. I'm gonna Calm Mind in my face. Didn't expect setup keys. Expected like screens or magnerized keys. I'm gonna Future Sight here. I wish I had set up myself. That would be in a really good spot. Yeah, I'm in a toughy position. Why do you have to do this to me, man? I think in this position I just go Aleki. What? So if it's offensive, let me just see real quick. Clef key. If it is max HP, Explosion does a chunk. So, because I don't think you attack me, I think you just keep setting up. So I could go into you, and then I can go into Zarude. And, yeah, okay, cool. So I just explode here, and then I go out into Zarude, and I go for a close combat, and I try to kill it. Essentially, is what we do here. I'm not gonna pop this thing's weakness policy. This should do a chunk, so we will just explode. Normal gem boost. This is just to max HP. If he's max defense, then it obviously won't do that much, but we need it. And anything that he swaps out into, we're gonna explode right here. Did our normal gem not pop? Oh, it's gonna pop at the end. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Next, strengthen it. It does a chunk, which is cool. What are you gonna do to me? Draining Kiss, nice. So we'll go out into our Zarude here. Close combat should end it. Oh, nice. So we just go into Zarude right here. 100%, because it is not a Comfey. It is a Parakeet, so Draining Kiss does not get priority boosted. Power Whip could even knock this thing out, but we're just gonna opt to go for a CC. 100%, because now this threat is averted. We did have to sack our Regieleki, which had a very good like matchup, but it is what it is. So now we'll just close combat and get rid of this thing unless he opts to save it. But I have no choice but to click CC 100%, because that is my play, because it's a threat. And he can make reads for sure. He could definitely go into Lottie or Slowking, but that'd be risky on his part, because Power Whip could potentially take this thing out if he knows that I'm banded. So I'm just gonna go for a close combat. He could even go Zapdos, which would be a very solid play on his part for sure. But yeah, does withdraw. Fair enough. But at least this thing is no longer a threat. We're gonna close combat. Could have Power Whipped. Kind of sucks. Does suck that we could have Power Whipped. Maybe I should have read that. Maybe I should have read that. Maybe I should have read that. But it is what it is. I just want to go for the for sure kill because it was very scary. Now we just go out into our own Glow King. Soul King took a chunk. Good to know that CC does a lot. Power Up is looking more and more free, 100%. So at least Clef Key is up out the way. What do you go into here? Lottie, maybe? I guess you could go Rillaboom. Knockoff won't do too much. We know it's not banded. We have no item as well. Could go Zapdos, for sure. And as long as we, you know, don't get paralyzed or confused, we should be fine. It's been a good game so far. Hacks, I think, has been pretty even. which is good, which is love to see. The Clef Key was very, very scary, but I'm glad we could play around it somewhat. So Lottie has to come out. So what can we do in this position? I just Sludge Bomb. If it's Calm Mind as well, then yikes. Could be Trick, which would be understandable, because it was about to be a Mox just to neuter my Slowking, which makes sense. Defog, so it's Defog Lottie, okay. So our spikes are no longer there, which kind of is a bummer. It's a bummer. We're gonna Sludge Bomb. Hopefully get a nice, like, poison. No poison. I just fire off a Future Sight just in case he wants to do some switching. Could go Keys right now. Yeah, cool. So we're gonna get off a free Future Sight. Goes out into his own Slowking. So we've seen Teleport on this thing. We haven't seen much else. Good thing is that it's on a timer, so it can't just like set up and do some funny shenanigans. So we're just gonna Sludge Bomb. Cause there's no reason not to. If he goes Keys, that's fine. Cause then we can Flamethrower it. Cause at the range is at, it should just drop even if he Calm Minds on my face. Plus, whatchamacallit. We are faster, so we, oh, he does Teleport. Makes sense. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. Who do you go out into here? Man, shout out to Aleki, man. I'm never gonna bag on Aleki again, man. Aleki literally saved us from that scary pair of keys. I've never been scared of a pair of keys. The only thing I've been scared of is losing my keys, because losing your keys is the absolute worst. The absolute worst. So Rillaboom comes out. Honestly, I'm not too scared of this thing. I could slack off whatever damage he does to me, because what he could do is go into keys. Flamethrower would be probably the most optimal play, if I'm being honest. I'm just gonna Flamethrower. That's the best play. We know it's not banned or anything. We have no items, so I'm not scared of knockoff. High horsepower could be a little scary. Could be a teeny tiny bit scary. Do see a U-turn. Cool. Does a chunk. I assume we see keys here, or we could even see Lottie. But Flamethrower is the best play. If he goes Lottie, then he goes Lottie. But Flamethrower hits both keys and whatchamacallit goes into Slowking, which is fair. Fair, fair, fair. Go for Flamethrower. Gonna take a Future Sight, which is cool. Gonna get recovery back. I'm gonna take more Toxic Chips. Right now it's just a battle of the Slowkings. I just like Slowking just sits. If I was set up, it would be really cool, but I opted not to bring it. We're just gonna fire off another Future Sight. So at least we go first, which means he did teleport again. So maybe we're just doing a rinse and repeat. Because I don't really know what he does here. Redagon is gone. Slowking is there. Keys is very low. Lottie is like almost just below half or almost below half. Clefty comes out. Cool. So in this position, he's getting some health back. Slowking. Flamethrower does 42 to 51. I'm okay with just hitting this thing, because if he does opt to set up, it's fine. Because then we just Flamethrower, and then after Future Sight should just kill it, because Future Sight does 21 to 25. But if he Calm Minds here, it doesn't matter. If he Steel Beam like setup, that'd be scary. He does opt to withdraw. Latias comes out. Okay, so we're getting more chip on this. Gonna get some more health back. So we haven't seen Lottie do much aside from switch in and switch out. And to be honest, Suicune is not that valuable. So if it is Scarf and he tries to trick me here, I 100%. Oh, okay, never mind. Go Slowking. Fair. Fair, 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 fair. I was very scared of the trick shenanigans, so I could have just done it again. Unfortunate. But if you teleport, if you teleport, I'm gonna take the Future Sight attack, which makes sense. He's gonna teleport, of course. So what gives me the best positioning? 100% Slowking. So we're gonna get more health back on our Suicune, which is cool. Because I don't want to allow in Zapdos. Zapdos is kind of low in its specs, so it doesn't have Roost. Or if it does have Roost, then it's like specs Roost, which is cool. Yeah, nothing really threatens my Slowking at all. Because you can't poison it, and plus because it's a poison type for 1. And for 2, I'm paralyzed, so... Interesting. I'm gonna go right back into Glowking because nothing breaks it. Can't really break it. If I had spikes up, it would be really cool because then Rillaboom would be taking more chip. And Klefki would be taking chip as well. Do you see a teleport? What do we do here? What do we do here? Because I assume you go Rillaboom again, trying to get more terrain. Maybe he's trying to make Klefki have more health, which kind of sucks. Because then it's becoming more and more of a threat. So in that case, I do need to get spikes up ASAP. Because you U-turn here. And I think I just opt to Sludge Bomb. Absolutely. Yeah, U-turn. There's a chunk. We're just gonna Sludge Bomb. Because I don't think he goes out into Keys for sure. I think you go Lottie or your own Slowking again. If he goes out into Keys, it's very aggressive. Yeah, so Slowking comes out. And we're paralyzed. Very nice. Getting some recovery back though, which is cool. Gonna get Toxic Chip. Alright, so what can we do here? Oh, he's gonna teleport every time, which is the annoying part. I just go Kyurem. I'll go Kyurem to be aggressive, because then it doesn't really allow in Keys unless he does have Magnet Rise. So Kyurem is in. Kyurem is now. Do see the teleport. I mean, you're forced to go Lottie, potentially. Unless you are Magnet Rise on Keys, and we will see it. But we're kind of in a limbo right now. Does go Lottie. Cool. Nice. So we force in the Lottie. Right here, I 100% will draw. Yeah, I just withdraw. He doesn't know if we're Scarf or not, but I don't really want to be on the receiving end of a Draco. We do see we swap first, so he did stay in. Unless he knows to be Lottie, which would be kind of crazy. You see Draco is going to land it. Should be able to eat it up. We'll see how much damage this does. Doesn't do much, so it's not specs or anything crazy. 201 to 122. So what I'll do now is I'll withdraw and I'll go right back out into Kyurem. 100%. I'll withdraw Latios, makes sense. Probably see Slowking, alright. Could have went Excelgor as well, but now he has to like take a Freeze Dry. Could be overly aggressive. Could have went Zarude as well, that would have been great. Should have done that, to be honest. Because now I can just Freeze Dry. Train is gone. I could also Earth Power, but I'll just opt to Freeze Dry. Even though Earth Power, but Teleport. He knows he can take the hit, so I'll just Freeze Dry. Get as much damage off as possible. Damage, Teleport, yep. I should have 100% went to Zarude. That would have been the 100% better play because everything dies like to a Power Whip. Like everything. So even though Kyurem was a solid like play, but definitely should have went Zarude to make the most of it. So that was my bad. So even though it wasn't a misplay, but was a misplay to some degree. Because now we're in a 50-50 again, but I just do it again. Because I don't really... Wait, Slowking went from 201 to 122. So Latios. There's the trick. There it is. So it was trick. Dang, 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 dang. That's unfortunate. Yep. Should have went Suicune there. Dang. Oh, and my camera. Dang. So we'll go for a Future Sight. Makes the most sense. That does suck though, because it neuters us a little bit. It does withdraw. Probably see Slow King here. Dang. Ah, should have went Suicune, bro. That does suck. Very much sucks. So right here, Excelgor invites in this week, the whatchamacallit. 100%. I just keep going Kyurem every time, because we can roost the damage off, and it keeps the Lottie coming back in, which is kind of okay. So Latios, Draco Meteor does the 201 to 122. 201 to 122. Did 40%. So would that kill my Kyurem? Yeah, 100% would, because this is the Draco Meteor after all, and it's still Latios. So unfortunate. We're gonna draw. Onto our Scarf thingy-mabobber here. He could double out. So we see us go first, which means he did not double. He could trick me again, which would be very nice. That'd be cool. Draco Meteor comes off. So now I will 100% go Zarude. 1000% will go Zarude. Yeah, so it does the same roll. So it did 40%. And it takes the future side attack, which is cool. Does he stay in at this point? I don't think you do. I'm just gonna go Zarude. Because he has no reason to, like, you could preserve this. Do we see him swap out? Alright, cool. So we're gonna go Zarude now, and we're just gonna power whip things. Because this is getting very so we're just gonna power whip everything into oblivion. Break the cycle, because he can't stay in. At least we'll claim another Mon, which is cool. And we're just gonna go ahead and power whip. We have no reason not to. I'll just power whip. Because either way, he loses him on now. Who do you go out into? Goes out into Rillaboom. I don't know if he loses. Do you lose this? You might. Still a lot. This thing could be Scarf, because we did see that it didn't do a lot. But we'll see. Choice Band, Power Whip in the terrain. Does it take it out? Almost. Almost. But at least he can't do it again. And we get some nice HP back. So now I will go out into Spreadsheet, because this thing could be Scarf. And if it's Scarf, U-turn. As Zarude dies, Zarude is very, very, very good in this game. And it will do a lot to everything, as we've seen. So having banned Zarude is great. I'm just going to go right into Excelgor. Probably see a U-turn here, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's a momentum gaining move, so. We see U-turn. Yep. So it's probably Scarf, for sure. Does do a lot. Nothing I could do about it, though. Losing my guy right there would have been very unfortunate. Could have went Kyurem, I suppose. Oh, Klefki comes back out. Alright, so this is still a problem. Because he's probably going to Calm Mind in my face. Which is not good. Can I go on you and I can potentially get a Scald Burn? I really want to get Spikes up. Because it's just going to get healthy again. There's nothing really I could do about it. Yeah, I just gotta go onto you. I gotta go on Slow King every time, even though I want to get Spikes up super duper bad. Without Klefki is still a problem, bro. It's very annoying. There's a Calm Mind, yep. Which is fine, because we resist the Draining Kiss. We're getting more recovery back, which sucks. Which very much sucks. I just want to get Spikes up. He could go Slow King right here, but there's not really much I could do. I have to Flamethrower it because it's a threat. If he goes Slow King, he goes Slow King. Does Calm Mind again. Okay, cool. So as long as we keep this thing in range of Zarude, it doesn't matter. We just have to break through the paralysis. That's all we have to do. Because we probably will see Weakness Policy. I need a Flamethrower. We do pop off. Very nice. Can we get a crit? Love a crit right now. Don't get a crit. We proc the weakness policy. We do proc the weakness policy. That's fine. You're gonna see more lefties. I mean, not lefties. We're gonna see more terrain, but we should be able to potentially take this thing out. If he attacks me, that's fine. We just literally need to break through. That's all we need to do. There's the sword power. Does a chunk. Can we please break through? Nice. So clef key is gone. Clef key is up out the way. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That was a huge threat. That bro, key scare me. Key scare me. Love to see Glow King doing the thing, breaking through paralysis with shoes. Love UCB. Absolutely love UCB. He goes Zapdos here. I will sack off my Suicune. 100%. I'll sack off my Suicune and then I'll go into my Kyurem. Zapdos comes out. I have no reason to sack off Slowking. Even Scarfed Slowking still has value. Suicune has literally no value. It already poisoned what it needed to poison, so it's good for Lottie, I suppose, but even then. Now we can freely fire off Sludge Bombs, which is very nice, with keys out of the way. So we just sack off Suicune here. Really don't need it. And then we can go Kyurem, because we won't die to any hit. So that's cool. Because we know Zapdos. Hurricane does land. Now he has to land 2 of them. Do I want a Toxic? Toxic would be cool. I guess more immediate damage would be better. Alright. But if he goes into Lottie, then we just Toxic, which is fine. Either way, it doesn't matter. We probably will die here. Does withdraw. Okay, nice. So if he goes into Lottie, goes into Slowking. Okay, either way, it's fine. Either way is fine by me. Toxic, we can save Suicune as a sack because we can go into our Slowking, get more regen, and be fine. Both of our timers are very, very low, so that's going to be fun. Very fun to deal with, but we 100% go Slowking here. Go our own Slowking, and then we'll sack off Suicune later. Timer. Land, thank you. And then we'll just go right into our own. If he opts to stay in, that's fine. Probably will have to teleport, which is so fun. If I just need to get up. I don't really need spikes that much anymore, but spikes for Rillaboom would be cool. Do see a teleport as he's clicked every single time. Probably will go out into the Zapdos if I had to guess. If we see Lottie come in, then we can just Sludge Bomb. But literally, Sludge Bomb is super duper free. The only bad side is that we are paralyzed, which does suck a tiddly wink. Just a teeny tiny bit. Do you see the Rillaboom? Interesting. So we'll just Sludge Bomb here. 100%. Because, I mean, only Slowking can come back in, but I'm fine with just Sludge Bombing. U-turn will do a little bit. We're just going to Sludge Bomb. Choice into it, that's fine. Sucks that we can't, like, slack off and stuff, but it is what it is. And then we'll take a good chunk. We can Sludge Bomb here, because he has to go into Slowking. Every time. Like, every time. I wish I could make the double, but I can't, because, you know, it's U-turn. Nothing I can do about it. Do get a nice little Sludge Bomb off, which is cool. I guess what we could do, we just pivot out and go out into Kyurem again, actually. No, we go Exogre. Does bait in the Zapdos, which is cool, and then I can finally sack off my Suicune. And then I can go Kyurem. Because if I go out into Kyurem now, he just goes on to the Lottie. That is my reasoning behind what I just did. Even though Lottie's barely alive, it is still alive. So that's the reason. That is the reasoning. I don't even remember clicking the button. I just remember talking about it. So there's a Zap. Now we can sack off our Suicune. 100%. And then go out into Kyurem, get some offensive pressure, which is great. Yes. I guess even then, how much does my Zarude do to Zap? Is it in range? Rock Slide will KO it. Darkest Lariat actually will KO it as well. And pretty sure this thing is Ancient Power. Oh god. Wait, why? Oh, I guess he predicted me to go Kyurem. Makes sense. Oh my gosh, and he gets the boost. Couldn't be me. Click it one time. That's wild. All right, well, that throws our whole little plan out the window. That sucks. Dude, that's wild. Could not be me. Literally could not be me. Clicks it one time, 10% chance, and you get the boost? This man is cracked. This man is wild. That's tough. We're gonna sludge bomb. That's wild. That threw off our whole plan, because then without the boost, we go on to Zarude, click Power Whip, or we just click Darkest Lariat at that point. Yep. Now, I should have read it. Why am I bad at this game? Why I make this immaculate plan, and then we get paralyzed, and then we're back in the cycle. Bruh. I hate it here. I hate it here. That was so silly. I should have doubled right there. That was really, really silly. That was clear as day, and I just was so occupied by like the boosts and stuff that I... that's annoying. Because right there, if I went to Zarude, this game's pretty much over. Because I just clicked Darkest Lariat, and that's it. Dude, I'm irritated. I should have been paying more attention. That's just me for being a silly goose. That's just me. This is on me for being... I should have doubled. As soon as... okay, actually. Okay. Never mind. Cool. Going to Sludge Bomb. 100% going to Sludge Bomb. Alright. Never mind. So you just have to U-turn. Fair enough. Dude, if I didn't get sidetracked by my little comment about the 10% boost, I would be in a very good position, because he'd have to sack off another Mon. But yet here we are. And I think we're even. So if we both... oh, I mean, no. Whoever times out first, actually, is the loser. I forgot. We're gonna Sludge Bomb. Literally, if I just made that double, we're fine. And we get paralyzed. That's fine. Doesn't matter too much. He's just gonna teleport. Yep. You see the teleportation device come in. Because he just goes out into Rillaboom probably, and then keeps U-turning. He's just gonna keep U-turning, U-turning, U-turning. Zapdos comes in. Cool. I'm just gonna opt to Sludge Bomb here. Because why not? Does he U-turn again? Does U-turn again? Literally nothing I could do. Keeping me in the cycle. Because he's not gonna go Rillaboom because he doesn't want to give me health back, which makes sense. Token comes out. It would be great if I wasn't choiced. I think he's trying to whittle me down into Hurricane range. Toxic Chip, cool. Doesn't really matter too much. We just go for Sludge Bomb one more time, because I do think we're still out of range. And we're paralyzed, which is great. Zapdos to my Slowking. Hurricane does 49 to 58%. So, that's cool. Should be able to live, because we are at how much health? How much health are we at? 143. I guess I could read this and then go into cure him, because I don't think you... I think you just keep U-turning. But you see that I'm staying in. If he does predict and go Ancient Power, then good for him. It's a really good read on his part, for sure. Do we see U-turn? What do we see here? He did opt to Hurricane. He does land. Unfortunate. Oh, that sucks. Well, we just go on to Slowking now. That sucks. I wonder why he did it that time. I should have just Sludge Bombed. Dang! Getting the reads wrong. Hate to see it. Can you miss, please? Can you miss? Beautiful. So now, even though I want to read, I'll just... nah. That's too risky. I'll just Sludge Bomb. No. I wanted to go Zarude, but that was so risky. Very risky. So just do that. Alright, so we're going to swap out here. Go into Excelgor. Because at the very least, he's forced to go out into... I mean, he'll just go Zapdos. But that's okay. There's a teleport. So, I'll go Zapdos. We can poison it at the very least, which is cool. Yeah, we'll just Toxic it. And he'll miss. Which is great. We're gonna toxic. We're gonna land. Great. Now this thing is on a timer, which is cool. So more chip damage for us. We might lose our guy here. No, we don't. Cool. Nice. Doesn't do anything because it's a special Zapdos. All right, nice. We're in a good spot. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So that thing's on timer. Slowking comes out. We're gonna get up a spike. Actually, we'll just recover. We'll recover here. So we're healthy. Oh, power gem. Oh my. Recover. Which is cool. We'll just recover some more. Power gem is cool. That's cool tech. We're gonna recover again. Just gonna do it again. So we can stall it out a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. Special defensive pivot. Bug Buzz will do... It does teleport, which is fine. Bug Buzz will do at least 33 to 41. Alright. That's fine. Because you have to go Zapdos here, I would feel. Yep. Gonna take Toxic Chip every time it comes in, which is great. And I think what we do here is we just opt to get up a spike just for the Rillaboom. That way Rillaboom takes some chip. Because I know it's very low. Does Hurricane. Does land. Alright, so we go down here. Which allows in our Zarude. So we can just click Darkest Lariat. Nice. Because we are faster than this thing. We know it specs damage. Unless I'm mistaken. Alright, cool. So we withdraw. We'll get up. We'll get a KO here. Oh, nice. So he gives me this. That's great. We're in Darkest Lariat. Just drops. Beautiful. Very nice. So this thing is dead. Slowking is dead. Which puts us in a great spot. Fantastic spot. Maybe thought I would go for Rock Slide, but we're banded, so we don't have to go for Rock Slide. Because that our thing would have killed regardless. We're just gonna go out of Glow King. Yeah. Gonna withdraw. It's fine. Who do you go out into? Rillaboom. That's cool. That's fine as well, because we just click Sludge Bomb every time. Literally just click Sludge Bomb every time. Or at least we got spikes on it, so that's cool. Doesn't really have a Sludge Bomb switch in anymore. Because Slowking is dead. So we're going to Sludge Bomb here. He might opt to high horsepower me. But I will Sludge Bomb 100%. As long as I don't get paired, we're fine. Does high horsepower. Does do a chunk. Come on, come on. Oh, that's not good. That's the one thing we didn't need to happen. The one thing we didn't need to happen happened. Alright, cool. So we're going to withdraw right here. Gonna go into Kyurem. That sucks. That does indeed suck. But we gotta save that thing. New turn, so it's not choiced. Oh, I've been jebaited. We live on 4. Very cool. I've been baited. I don't know what it is then. I thought it was Scarf. At least it's not Scarf. He revealed that much. Cool. You come in. Kyurem, alright, you take more chip. Very nice. We will just Scale Shot here, just because why not? U-turns. Gonna kill me. Not gonna lie, because the way the game has gone, I could have made some better plays very early on, but you know, timer being low is definitely a very it's a very choking thing. Thing takes spikes. We know it's not Scarf. Interesting. He goes Zarude every time. We saw switch moves. Opposing player's timer ran out. We beat SK, but that game, the end game was looking very fun. We won 2-3, but I definitely could have saved some diff and all the other stuff. Probably made some misplays in the end game as well, as per usual, especially when the timer is low. But GG to SK. We do pick up a dub here, a 2-0 dub, which it will be deemed, unless it's 2-3, but I'm pretty sure it's 2-0. But we'll see. I don't know. But GG to SK for sure. It was a fun one. Very back and forth and making reads and stuff. It's always a fun one when that type of stuff happens. So very good game. Very long one as well. So I apologize to you guys, and thank you to whoever stuck around. If you guys stuck around, make sure to type out, make sure in the comments to say lactic acid, because you know, if you know, you know. But without further ado, make sure to go ahead and leave a like down below, and make sure to subscribe if you guys are new. We are pushing our way to 500 plus. Also, if you, oh yeah, make sure to subscribe and then click that notification bell so you know when I post. Without further ado, I'm your boy Jay. I'm gonna get about your hair, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.